Hey y'all, gravity. Any day above ground, live it. Hope everyone's doing well. Hopefully everybody is going to have a productive day. Um, yeah, you might have read the description box, you might not have. You saw the thumbnail and you're like, what does this mean? Yeah, exactly. There's a big regression of critical thinking going on in this country. And I got a clear-cut example of that last night on X. I've said it a lot. I've said it a lot.
After 2 seconds, 1 second.
Yep, the white vote is going to doom us all. And again, it was never more apparent than what I engaged in last night. I got into a discussion. Well, I saw a discussion about voting for Trump. And I swear to God, if you ever want to know, not only is the white vote going to doom us all, but white people have us on the mind, wait till you see this thread, which is very indicative of the second picture. But before we get into that, let's see who's in the building. Johnny Gibbs, good morning. Kiana G, good morning. For those who haven't said anything in the live chat and the comment thread, good morning. Let's just begin. But before we do that, we got some news regarding the economy that should help you for your decision to vote the couch in 2024.
You know, let me go here. There's a growing concern in
the core CPI or consumer price index came out this morning, and it's not looking good. It's not looking good. Now, it says the February, excuse me, February consumer price index inflation rate rises to 3.2% above expectations of 3.1%. Core consumer price index inflation fell to 3.8% above expectations of 3.7%. This is the 35th consecutive month with inflation above 3% and second straight increase. A Fed pivot is becoming less likely, which means they're not going to lower interest rates anytime soon. So for those who understood what I said, you know what I'm talking about. For those who don't understand, things are still going up. Things are still going up. But you didn't come here to hear me talk about the CPI. You came here to see what the hell I was talking about in regards to last night. Well, as you can see, I'm scrolling all the way down. This is how long this discussion lasted. I'm still going because I want to get to Homegirl's initial tweet. So here we go. We're going to blow it up a little bit because I want you to see everything. Oh boy, it's going to be a lot to get through. It's going to be a lot to get through, but I'm going to try to make it as fun as possible. Okay. So you've seen her in the comment threads a few times. Niger Major. Okay. She wrote, I don't understand a sudden obsession with who we're going to support when neither side has offered us anything. And it's in a quoted tweet in regards to what this person, Sleepless in Sacktown, wrote. This white woman wrote, every single black person I know and my teenage daughter's black friends support Trump. They finally realized how much they had been lied to and are now diehard Trump supporters. Thankfully, people are waking up. Okay. So we already start off.
I know.
When someone has to tell you their black friends or black people that they know are starting to vote for Trump, you question it. I'm not saying you can't vote for him, but question it. Okay. So of course we got responses in here. Yes, we did. So my man said she don't even know black people. This is a very nuanced take. It's strategic to at least consider supporting some party. That said, I support any and every effort to save our people. Okay. Black people, diehard Trump fans, not buying it. Now, we're not saying that there's none, but en masse, not even close. Another perfect answer: social engineering. Somebody said they're going to support their masseuse on November 5th, maybe my landscaper, whatever. I'll be busy on that day. Why do they need to lie to themselves like this? What does it do for them? And she had the correct answer. They're psychopaths. They won't offer us anything either. Trump was into the platinum plan. I'll just wait and see. He should have pushed it more. But you've heard me say that. And this person wrote, Ice Cube tried to get y'all to see what was being offered from Trump, but you all demonized him. Same with Steve Harvey. I don't know who the fuck y'all all are. I don't know who the hell that is. Because I actually gave Ice Cube his props for at least talking to him. And they actually did get the platinum plan addressed. But again, that's why I told him he opened some eyes, but let's not act like Cube didn't fuck with the grassroots since the 90s. And then we get to the subject of the show. This idiot with a King of the Hill avatar, of course. So we already know where they're coming from. So this fool wrote, so permanently funding HBCUs is nothing to you. Now he wrote finding, so we already have a red flag, but for intents and purposes, all intents and purposes, we're going to fix his spelling error. So we're going to click that. So Activai Press said, let's get the DOJ on getting the states to pay up the billions they have been withholding for decades. Still nowhere near enough, but it would help. So Major said to the tune of 13 billion. And they said the federal government knows this is going on and done nothing. They were hoping no one would say anything about it. Okay. So I answered the fool and said, doesn't mean anything because Trump did it first. Biden canceled it, gave them a windfall of $3 billion after allocating them $2 billion. It's political theater. Where's the hate bill? Then he told me that doesn't negate the fact that he did it, champ. So I'm supposed to be impressed with something that he did 4 years ago. Technically, yeah, about 4 or 5 years ago, I'm supposed to be impressed. HBCUs are still closing. They're still woefully underfunded. I'm supposed to be impressed. But okay. Miss Nisi, good morning. Sean Tate, good morning. Okay, fine. So she asked him, what are you arguing right now because you're not making sense? Then he said, I'm just pointing out the fact that you're factually incorrect. Okay, so he decided to put up a screenshot of her tweet where she said, neither side has offered us anything. Now, I want y'all to catch this. If you ever engage with the high IQ, aka the Kardashians, if they give you one part of what someone has supposedly done for black people, question it. Just because Trump gave permanent funding to HBCUs and or Biden did the same thing doesn't mean that we're supposed to pom-pom for them. Didn't realize that because number one, HBCUs do not benefit every black person. It gives us an avenue for schools, yes, but it doesn't benefit us. They're not helping the economy of black people. I'm sorry. And most of them are coon factories anyway. We know this. The HBCUs need a thorough deep cleaning for it to be a true asset of the black community. That's just my thoughts. You may have different. I respect it. But okay. So then she told him, all black people don't attend college, let alone HBCU. So you're still not making sense. Do you even know any black people? So again, what I just told you, I told him. That has nothing to do with the greater collective of black people. That's like saying Latino universities getting funding benefits the entire race. So then he said, no one said it did. I said, you actually did. You basically told Major we should vote for Trump because he gave HBCUs permanent funding in 2017. It's technically 2019, but he signed the legislation in 2017. And we shouldn't forget that. That would work if he was still in office and people were trashing his history with black people during that time. All right. So far, so good. You're still with me? I hope so. And then somebody let him know that HBCUs are for tethers. Okay. Um, I really don't want to go through the notifications because it's going to be hard to follow at that point. I'm trying to see if he said anything else in here. Fuck, I'm gonna have to go through that. Damn it. And then this Jay Alston came in and said, why are we talking about funding HBCUs as if most aren't public state universities? Fully funding these schools the same as others in the state should be standard operating procedure. Okay. I'm gonna have to do it. Motherfucker. I'm gonna have to go through that. I hate doing that. Let's see. Oh, by the way, if you're on X, do my poll. We're talking about the superior rice. What is the superior rice? Here we go. I don't know if this is gonna. Okay. So he said, and yet it took Trump to come along and activate. Damn, I hate this. So I told him, and some still closed and were woefully in bad shape. He said, and. So what was the point of him giving money if they were going to close anyway? Oh, man. What was the point of him giving us the money if nothing was going to change? I'm not saying that he was wholly wrong on that, but nothing changed. He said the money did nothing. I said the money did nothing. That's a conclusion. Tell me what he's going to do now. Then he said that's besides the fact, champion. I was like, okay, he's one of them. Okay, now we're going to start fucking with him. I said, no. You introduced us voting for Trump, and I asked you for reasons why. Let's go. List them. He said, what does this sentence mean? I'm sorry, family. Y'all can read this sentence right here. Tell me what I said that was so foreign. I'll blow it up a little bit more so y'all can see it. Tell me what in that sentence was so foreign to him. Like me personally, I know when a troll is trying to troll. I think this dude is just really stupid. And judging by the lack of answers, I said nothing wrong, but okay. I said, tell me why the black community should vote for Trump in 2024 in large numbers. Go. So then she said, because he isn't Biden. I said, not enough. I'm back on the couch. So she said, I don't know. I said, okay, it's a funny world we live in. Here he goes. He said he signed the First Step Act into law. Black folks saw unprecedented economic success with record low unemployment, more jobs, and higher incomes under Trump. And he called on Congress to pass school choice legislation to expand educational opportunities for our children. It wouldn't hit as different because it was on X because I didn't have the visual, but you know where I'm going with this.
Who is we? Who is we?
He called on Congress to pass school choice legislation. Did they do that? Who wants to tell him? Did they do that? Did they institute vouchers so we can send our kids to better schools? Did they improve better schools, the schools in our neighborhoods? Did they do that? Because last I checked, since 2021, when the reports started coming out, our kids have regressed in education. So how'd that work? Maybe I missed it. Oh, I know. And I know after this is over, he's going to change it because everybody's going to see the threat and they're going to be like, damn, you're dumb. I said, great. Now that he's been out of office for 4 years, what's the plan to address border security and closure, reparations, anti-hate bill for black people similar to or more than the C-19 hate crime one, raising the GDP, BRICS, getting us out from under China? Since they love to talk for Trump. Here we go. He tried building a wall and was called xenophobic for it. Save your complaining. Who called him xenophobic for building the wall? Huh? Who called him xenophobic for that? But okay, maybe they did. If you want, here we go. Now, this is where it divulged into bullshit. If you want reparations, go ask the people who sold your ancestors into slavery. Let me explain something to you, family. Anytime they say this is your license to start fucking with them. Now, if you want to fuck with them intellectually, I'm all for that. If you want to fuck with them as a troll, I'm all for that. Because by your logic, sir, since you're going to ask this, that would mean the U.S. government is complicit in it because they allowed slave masters to sell to each other. And they took the tax money off of it. So they're complicit. Now, I was going to tell him that, but you know what? That was a little above his critical thinking level, way above that. We weren't going to give him that much ammunition. We give them enough to maim, not to kill. Then he said, every crime against another person is out of some kind of hate. We don't need more laws. They don't prevent anything. Okay. So then Jay came in and said, a wall is great and wouldn't have been xenophobic no matter what anyone says, but that's not going to stop anyone from coming. Things like mandatory e-verify and stiff prison sentences for the folks who hire illegally will. That says nothing of the H-1B issue. Shout out to Vivek and his pops. Also, if you want reparations, go ask the people who sold your ancestors into slavery. That'd be the U.S. government, black codes, GI Bill denial, New Deal denial, Tuskegee experiment, using crack to fund an off-the-books war in Nicaragua, and then mass incarceration, them too. Here we go. And none of that would have happened if countries like Ghana wasn't selling more than 10 million of y'all. Here we go. So you think if black folks weren't over here, they still wouldn't be using drugs to fund their wars? Boy, you need to go do your history. Oh, God. You need to go do your history, sir. The U.S. has been using drugs to fund their wars since World War II. But I know you don't want to go down that rabbit hole because it will make you look at your country in a different way. So then Jay said, it doesn't matter about what would have happened. All that matters is what did happen, and disenfranchisement from 1865 to today has been constant, deadly specific, and vicious as enacted and or allowed by the U.S. government. That's who put us in this position. It's culpable. The U.S. government didn't even exist. We're your own countrymen. So I don't know what the fuck he was trying to say. Where your own countrymen sold y'all into a life of hell. Go get it from them. He said that doesn't matter. The U.S. government made a concerted effort to screw us over every chance it got when it did exist, and that's the problem. And you're saying your own countrymen gives away how little you know about the topic. So no, the U.S. government owes a debt. Then Alkenbulen, which is Africa. Nah, you ain't never getting that shit. There you go. Oh boy, you gotta love them. You gotta love them. So I said the day they approve those payments, the fragility, bitching, and crying that will take place will be so delicious. Family, when y'all get y'all money, they sign that legislation and X is on fire because they got that money. Any person that does content on that, they're gonna get an easy 10,000 views. I promise you. The Twitter will crash because everybody's gonna want to do a space on it. Family. Oh my God. There will be riots in the streets. And not just from us. But I don't think intelligent black society is gonna riot in the streets. We're just gonna cheer and we're gonna give our congratulations and figure out what the next steps are. But them folk, Lord have mercy. They gonna want to string up everybody in Congress that said yes. Yes, Johnny Gibbs, I heard what's going on in Haiti. The government ran. Barbecue runs the country. Let them figure that out. But anyway, back to this. So Jay said, sure we are. Japanese Americans did. Guam did. Iran hostages and their family did. Holocaust survivors did. 9 Mile Island families did. I think he meant 3 Mile Island, but Native Americans do. We got the legal case. We're a powerful voting bloc. We have the social capital. Your go ask Africa. They did. It says as much. So then he said, I wouldn't hold my breath if I were you. I said, we breathe good. Now I just started trolling. He said, this is a no panhandling zone, sir. Okay. Exactly. I told him before, you can't talk about geopolitics. So I said exactly why my you can't talk about geopolitics point stands. The entire government allows corporations and their chosen buffer classes to panhandle for their coins. So then he asked me, can you track back who owned your ancestors? He can't even spell ancestors. I should have just ended the conversation there. So I said they were from England, France, Dutch, West Africa, China, Middle East, and Spain, mainly from West Africa and England. Next. So he said, so you mean to tell me you can't even file suit against the correct people because you don't know who they are? That means we all got to pay for their mistakes. Make it make sense. I literally told him, but okay, you know they're dumb. This is when you know they're dumb. He can't even spell pay right. He did correct it, but I'm just saying. I said, my people come from Jamaica. Jamaica has a resolution in hand. I mean, whatever. Have a resolution in hand to present to England for reparations. In terms of the cousins, the U.S. government owes them. The fact non-government people keep jumping in this conversation is laughable. So he said, so white people in Jamaica own them, and then some other white people came along and abolished slavery. I'm sorry, where's America coming into play again? I never said anything about America. Did you see me ever mention America in this? This is why I mean they have no critical thinking skills. This is basic. So he said he's saying the U.S. owes a debt to Black Americans just like England owes a debt to Afro Jamaicans. He said we all pay for Japan's mistake in 2021 and the U.S. mistake in 1988. All that's important is healing. Refresh me. What happened in those years again? My point stands again. You can't talk about geopolitics if you can't even do research. He's so quick. I want to show you this. He's so look at the time frame between these two tweets right here. He just answered because he got a notification. He didn't even say, okay, somebody introduced something that I don't know. Let me go look it up first before I say something. No. We got to lead them. We got to lead them. Hey, white people, come here. Let me talk to you. For people who claim that they're so smart and we're so dumb and our IQs are sub 100, you really need black people to hold your hand. It's amazing you think we're so stupid, but you come to us for information and how to live your life. Fuck, I said it. I don't care. I'm going to say it.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up.
Without us, you couldn't function in life. You wouldn't know what was cool. You wouldn't know how to turn the corner. It's amazing to me. You per capita pinheads are using something that black people invented and refined. Without us, you'd still be using abacuses. But hey, y'all were still arguing over a chick getting beat up by a black girl, saying how that was wrong. And when we told you that was self-defense by law, y'all still tried to figure out how you can worm your way through it to blame the black girl. And then the best thing, family, on that note, before I get back into this, I was in Tariq's space last night. He has it up now. This idiot came, I'm sorry, not Tariq's space, my bad. News Toter's space. This idiot came in there to try to talk about that incident. Again, unfortunate. This motherfucker said, the video I saw, the black girl initiated it. Okay. So I came in and I told him, did you see the whole video? He's like, the longest video I saw was the black girl attacking her. Okay. So I asked him, did you see the full video where the black girl stood her ground and the white girl threw the first punch? He said, no, I didn't see it. After trying to fight with me and tell me that the video he saw was the correct video. Okay. I really might have to really do that C19 video. I'm members only, of course, but I think I'm really gonna have to do it because I really think that eroded their critical thinking skills. Seriously. Okay, so Cosmic Fury know what I'm talking about. Good morning. Shebrew Copper, good morning. Shamika Gray, good morning. But anyway, let me get back to this. So I said Japanese Americans were interned and had to work in camps during the war. They got paid in an apology. The cousins want the same. He said that also took place under the established American government. I tell you they dumb. I tell you they dumb. I'm going to show you why they dumb. He said, and they got paid. Maybe you don't know, but the country started in 1776, right? Slavery ended in 1865, meaning the government benefited off the tax money it received from plantation owners, the goods/services, and the building of DC through slave labor. They're complicit. He said, when did slavery start? I said 1526 or 1619, depending on who you ask. You skipped over what I said, I see. The government established after slavery started here, benefit off of it until its demise. So he said it was going on for 250 years without an established government and less than 100 years after its establishment. Watch this. This is another thing they like to use on us. 360,222 American Union soldiers died to abolish slavery. The way I see it, those lives were reparations enough. You motherfucker, you. You motherfucker, you. And with, yeah, okay. And, you do know they were getting their asses kicked until black soldiers came in, right? But, again, they don't know nothing about history, but, let them tell it. Let them tell it. It was only the white man that saved slavery. But it makes you laugh. I'm sorry.
This is way over the edge. Like we it's not even over the edge. We died already.
This is beyond the event horizon. Like we about to hit the vortex.
Yeah, we about to hit the vortex.
Yeah.
I tell you, they learned well from Fox News and white supremacist threads on X. Oh no. So Jay said, nah, that's a lowbrow take, to be honest. 170,000, a full 10% of those Union soldiers in the Army and Navy were black troops. Lincoln noted they were the reason the war was won. Here we go. And they were American men who gave their lives to stop some of your African people started. We're even Steven. Who the fuck? Maybe I missed it again, family. When the hell were they considered Americans? Maybe I missed it. Because they were the ancestors on this land were considered 3/5 of a man. So how were they Americans? They weren't even considered people. Maybe I missed it. Maybe my history's off. Maybe it's me. When were they considered American? So I said, there's no even. The government never paid their bill. He said, that's a fact. Furthermore, your entire argument above is low IQ. Nothing forced the U.S. to do anything to my people for over 100 years post-slavery, 89 years after it was founded. They could have let us go once England was gone. Instead, we got 2 centuries of war crimes. I wouldn't hold my breath waiting on compensation. So I told him, we paid for Bush 2's mistakes, Obama's, Clinton's, Trump's, Biden's. Given the cousins, reparations cost you nothing in taxes. It helps the economy, and they would be able to stimulate the economy and invest in themselves. The only negative would be a competing economy in the USA. Now, I didn't mean that like that's a bad thing. I'm just saying by visual metrics, that's going to be bad because no country should have 2 competing economies on its own shores. But, you know, who gives a fuck? So he said, you don't understand how liability works. Tons of white people are in America now who weren't here when slavery was happening. They shouldn't be involved in making you whole again, correct? Or does it matter to you? Watch out for this too. Now, all of a sudden, they want to be the U.S. government. White people, I done told y'all this. Stay. I saw that, Johnny Gibbs. White people, let me explain something to you again. Stop trying to center yourself in a conversation that has nothing to do with you. Because y'all were the same people about a decade ago bitching about that woman talking about white people should give up their homes and their bank accounts to black people. That was a decade ago. And now you're telling me that white people here, they you know, why I didn't have slaves, so why should I pay for it? Motherfucker, 3 black people told you who owes. We didn't even say white people, not one time. You don't believe me? You can go back and look at the video from the beginning. We never mentioned white people, not one time. We said the U.S. government. So I told him the U.S. government is the white population now. Can you stop talking now? Can you stop talking? So he starts laughing and saying, laughing at avoiding legitimate questions like they're anthrax. I said, your question is retarded. We literally told you it's the government's problem to address, and you put on the cape. They don't want I'm talking about y'all. They don't want your fucking paycheck or self-employed revenue. They want the funds the government stole from their families. Full stop. So he said, where's this money going to come from? Out of thin air? They'll use our tax dollars, goofy. That means people who ain't got shit to do with slavery are going to be made to pay for less than 5% of Americans who actually own slaves. That's fair to you, huh? So Jay said, slavery seems to be a sticking point for you. I can understand that. Curious, you ignored what was brought up here about all the post-slavery happenings that were that were specifically targeting us, though. Surely they are viable reasons for redress to you, right? So he said, nope, no one owes me anything, nor am I obsessed with getting paid for something I never experienced or can show personal damages from. That's how the law works. Bullshit. Y'all know where I'm going with that. Because all these class action lawsuits they're running around now from these companies who fraud the public, and you may not have used it, but they come up and send you an email talking about if you use this between this and this, most times people are not aware that they were even scammed. But you gladly fill out that form and take that $100, don't you? But all right. He said that's how the law works. The law? Yeah, because the US government's really followed the law. We've seen them follow the law. So Jay said that's not how the law works, actually. You guys don't know enough about reparatory justice to speak on it so cavalierly. The people who experienced the Black Codes, redlining, the World War II GI Bill denial, New Deal denial, and a host of other damages are alive, and the damages are clear. Here we go. Again, none of these things would have happened if you weren't sold by your own people like animals. Jesus Christ. I want y'all to keep a pin in this sentence because, again, we're going to show you another classic example of the American racist. Watch. Matter of fact, what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this in the chat. I'm going to say, remember this statement for later. Remember this statement. Shantae, this is why I don't like engaging with them. And it's easy work when I do because they're dumb. If somebody else doesn't tell them how to critically think, they won't do it on their own. But I get it. A lot of these schools, after we graduated, stopped teaching critical skills. Well, critical thinking skills, but also critical skills as well. But here we go. So he said, it doesn't matter thinking about what would or would not have happened. All that matters is what did happen. Address that. So he said, what's weird is that y'all ain't trying to run up on the Arab world about reparations. So he quote tweeted this. During the Arab slave trade, the male captives were castrated to avoid procreation. The slave male was meant to serve one singular purpose alone, to work and work until the day he drops dead, whatever. Okay, great. That's wonderful. So I said, I literally addressed the Arabs earlier. The cousins know the Arabs and Jews were both complicit. Now, regardless if they were complicit in the American one, I know they were complicit in the Caribbean one. So they got to pay too, which is what I highlighted earlier when I listed who had to get the money for Jamaica, who has to pay off. So he said, because the Arab slave trade had nothing to do with us. Again, you're missing the mark with the whole, is it race or is it ethnicity thing? He said, those slaves came from the same land your ancestors came from. The source of your pain is the same people, your own. I tell you, they dumb. All right. Let me see. This was earlier. I forgot to talk about this. He said, quote, where I promoted the idea that blacks should vote Trump for president. So I said, how were we supposed to interpret this? And I put up his tweet. He said, clutching at straws is not up to me how you interpret things. So why the fuck would you write this when we were talking about who voted for Trump? Why would you write this? You should tell us why in 2024 we should vote for it. What is he saying now that we should resonate with? You're bringing up shit that he already did. He's been out of office for 4 years. I tell you, they're dumb. Um. Oh wait, that was the Rice quote. That was the Rice thing. Let me see. She said they were all idiots. That's when I told her, "What if I told you on YouTube the white vote will doom us all?" Let me see. I think we're almost done. We read that. What is this? Oh, that was about South by Southwest. Um, Let me see. He deleted this, by the way. Right. This is when I first told him, and you're exactly why I don't talk to your type of voters about geopolitics. You're too emotional and tribal and lack the critical thinking to make an educated argument. It's okay to say I don't know at times. I'll probably show you this before we leave. So I want y'all to understand this whole conversation went from why should we or shouldn't vote for Trump, and it divulged into reparations. So I want you to understand that even Trump supporters can't even tell us why we should vote for their man. They think we're so dumb that we're going to say, okay, hey, he talked to Ice Cube. That's why you should vote for him. And we're supposed to go outside and do the Jubilee stomp and go vote for him because Biden bad. Again, I'm not telling y'all to go vote for Biden. That ain't what I'm telling y'all. Shit, I said his name.
Insult to my existence.
Hey, come here. I need y'all to look at this. I tell you they dumb. I tell you they're dumb. I tell you they're dumb. So this same, I guess, line of thinking on the thread, he talked about our own countrymen sold us. I don't know what country he's talking about. It's funny that he only mentioned Ghana when the entire side of West Africa and Kenya also sold slaves, but he's so focused on Ghana. Fine. We understand Ghana was a lot of Jamaicans. We understand. We understand that. Watch this, though. So I said, accept the government after forming benefited off slavery and recoup slave owners' money after $3,000 of slave max, it ended. They gave him $3,000 per slave that they had to give up. He said, and that doesn't change what I said. You want compensation for something you didn't experience from people who weren't around when it happened. You sound crazy as fuck. You sure about that? Watch this. So I said, Jewish families still collect checks and their people have been dead. Tell me where I told the lie on that. Japanese, Native Americans, Chinese, Muslims post 9/11. What's your rebuttal? He said, I guess you forgot about the systemic racism of affirmative action. What the fuck? Where did affirmative action come in? Why are we talking about affirmative action? If that's not good enough, repatriate yourself, brother. My ancestors were the largest landholders on the North American continent before the Indian Removal Act of 1830. You don't hear me bitching about it. Well, you just did. Because you wouldn't have brought that up to try to compare affirmative action to what the fuck you went through. Allegedly, your people didn't go through. You didn't go through that. Now watch this. Remember that statement I told you. Watch this. So I said affirmative action benefits white women the most. You aren't bitching about it because if you're Indian, you still have protections and money coming into your demographic. So Jay said precisely he can go to BIA and get his benefits. Heck, if he's Winnebago, he's owed $250,000 on top of other benefits. That's a lot of fucking money. He said, nope, they gave us a single casino in exchange for what amounts to about 3 states worth of land on the southeast coast of the country, and I won't see any of that bread. You have 2 choices, get over it or move. Oh. So the Indian Removal Act, he didn't bitch about it, but you mad that you only got a single casino and you never gonna see this money. What if I told you about the American racist family? They will say something and within 10 seconds own themselves. So he said, well, it sounds like you should head over to the Bureau of Indian Affairs, express your grievances, and stop trying to make America worse by making it poorer. Your stance has already cost the GDP trillions. He said, I don't have grievances because I'm not suing anyone who isn't alive for something I didn't experience personally. Only weirdos and homeless people do that. Be like me. Okay. I tell you, they're dumb. But again, y'all wouldn't believe me if I just told you that this happened. Whew. So this is where I told him. He said, where's this money? That's when he's talking about the tax money. I said, yes, and I'll prove it. So on your line of thinking, when are you, I meant to say, when are you going outside on Biden for Ukraine, Russia, Israel, Hamas, China, Taiwan? Were your taxes adversely affected to the point you can't afford where you live or to stay alive? No. So they can afford reparations. He said, yeah, things have gotten 40% more expensive behind those things. I don't support any of them, nor do I support compensation for people who didn't experience slavery. Otherwise, pretty much everyone in the world is due reparations, and that's retarded. So he literally answered my question and then tried to play victim. His life was not adversely affected to the point he can't afford where he lives or stay alive. It went up 40%, but he's still buying the shit. He's not on the street. He's not near malnutrition stages. He's okay because he has $1,000 phone tweeting his ignorance. Must be nice. Now you see why I put that second part of my thumbnail the way I did. Okay. So I said, everyone accosted by another group into slavery deserves reparations, even white people, because they love to say that they were white slaves too. So we're just going to cut them off at the legs before he says that. I said, it's called balancing the scales. It's okay. It's going to happen. You won't even feel it. Here we go. You only deserve reparations if the people who enslaved you are still in existence. Perfect strangers shouldn't pay for their hideous atrocities. Well, unfortunately, Biden ran his mouth and went to Africa and said, we apologize, and gave him $55 billion. So he basically is complicit in that. He made the U.S. government complicit. But again, this is where critical thinking comes in, but they never connect the dots. Watch this. Now, we started fucking with him on this one. He said, Jay said, that's not what the Bible says on these matters. So idiot comes back and says, the Bible says it's okay to have slaves. Then he said, it's okay. It also says reparations is a necessity. We currently have slaves in our penitentiary system. I hope many of them get a new lease of life when they're free. However, this isn't about that. It's about what's been done to us from 1865 to modernity. Well, get in line. This country has a long list of wrongs it's committed in our names without making the victims whole. He said, yeah, no, it doesn't. That's literally why the Judgment Fund exists. Oh, my God, no. Then he said the U.S. government abolished slavery. They didn't create it. So what was Jefferson, Washington, and Adams doing before the government? They were still meeting. See, this is what I mean. They don't even know. He apologized to Africa for slavery and gave them money. You can go look it up. It's on YouTube. I know you can't reform the devil, I will, but good morning. But I just want y'all to see this is how dumb they are. And Victor Brown Scott, good morning. You seem new, but welcome. They didn't create it. Okay. Again, I literally told him, I'll concede the fact that pre 1776 there was no government. I'll concede to that. They still benefited off of it for over 60 years. Answer that. They didn't create it. This means liability for slavery lies with the perpetrators who actually own the slaves. The problem is there were so few of them, they're all dead. So your only hope is going after the ones responsible for abolition. Nice. Why would I go after the abolitionists? That's dumb. I tell you, they don't think. So they said chattel slavery was practiced in Africa. It was here, though. Then the U.S. government took reparations from us before economically disenfranchising and physically terrorizing my people for 100 years post-emancipation. There's no justification for that, none. And they're alive. And yet, y'all didn't leave such a horrible place. Here comes the back to Africa comment again. That's probably because your fellow Africans did you a favor by selling you to white men. Yes. Show me your racism. This is hands down, despite all its faults, the best place on earth for black people on the modern era. No. So then Jay said, there's no way to know what would have been had the farmers, masons, and other skilled people that were taken and brought here would not have been. I'm proud of my people. I'm a proud Freeman descendant, proud American. But despite all we've accomplished here, we're still owed. So he said, right on. Please allow me to impart something that life has taught me. It's 4 simple words. The past is poison. Keep living there if you want, but you'll only poison yourself with unquenched hope. And feeling like you're owed is just that, living in the past. Good luck, though. I tell you, they dumb. Now you want to be philosophical? He probably got this from Jordan Peterson. Shit.
Bro, what you on?
So this is when I decided to troll again. I said, also, your past always pays. We're going to get to that in a second. So Jay said, the past informs the future, which is why reparations is both a biblical common practice and a political one. Our future will be shaped by redress of the past, and it's long overdue. And he said, and when is the last time you saw the American government do something according to the Bible? So he said in 2021, when they gave reparations to the citizens of Guam and their descendants for the World War II Japanese massacre and the Catawba for land theft. So he said, so you'll understand how it's Africa that owes you, no? He said, a few countries there owe us too. That doesn't absolve the U.S. of anything, though. You have to understand how penalties work. So he said, so slavery took place before the U.S. government was established, and in less than 100 years was dissolved by the actions that the same government, by that same government, and you want to compare that liability to the atrocities of Africa itself, you're tweaking. I tell you, they're dumb. He said, see, this is what I'm talking about when I say you don't know enough. Chattel slavery, that being a caste system and status passed down generationally, devoid of any rights or humanity as practiced by the U.S., wasn't done in Africa. You don't know enough. I tell you, they're dumb. So this is when I said, also, your past always pays. He said, oh, word, let's see some receipts, champ. What have you gotten so far? And here we go. Here comes the insults. She said, at this point, y'all just keeping a very lonely man company. He says, that's what your mom does many times in the evening, and you ain't reading in her for that. Ooh. I said, you think you get paid in the moment throughout life? No, I know I do. If you invest soundly, you can too. You're an idiot. I told him the past always pays. And I asked him, you think you get paid in the moment throughout life? He said, no, I know I do. If you invest soundly, you can too. What? You had to put the money in there first. For someone who wants to talk about the past, he don't know nothing about how the past works. There you go. There go Nigel. Give her a round of applause. Give her a round of applause. I know she was yelling at us, but like, will you stop talking to this asshole? This asshole said, if you invest soundly, you can too, sir. So you're telling me you could put money down on something, you're going to get money back immediately? That's the past, you dummy. Oh my God. If two events happen at the same time, that's called a paradox. God. I need to, you know what? If I was really nice, I would send him a collection of Flash comics so he can understand how the system of time actually works. You cannot have two events happening in the same You know what? I don't even have to do that. He should go on Tubi. No, you know what? Actually, on YouTube Movies, it's actually free now. Go look at Time Cop. Just watch the ending of it when he put the that senator dude, his past self and his future self together. What happened? They both died. Two people cannot operate the same space of matter. You said a paradox is where you park jet skis. You are asshole. You are asshole. Oh, I like that though. That's a dad joke. I like that. I'm finna steal it. Well, Shebrew Cropper, I know you have a slave somewhere. You just gotta keep going. If you have blood in this land, you got a slave. You have an ancestor that was enslaved somewhere. Right. He turned into a blob. They both erased each other out of existence. He claims he knows investments, but doesn't even know how the investment works. This is why. Should we fuck with him? I'm gonna fuck with him. Okay, we're gonna fuck with him. I know how I'm gonna say this. By the way, we're clowning you on YouTube. By the way, we're clowning you on YouTube. Just in case he tries to block me or write that retarded oh, you're giving me attention. You're gonna show everybody that I was right. No. Because maybe you should come over here and look at the comment section. They lighten your dumb ass up. Because you claim that you so smart. But maybe we missed it. But anyway, I gave him so I gave him a Bible verse. I gave him Ezra chapter 6 verse 1 through 12. They talked about reparations, but I'm not going to bore y'all with that. But there you go, family. I swear people I swear they need help. All right. Where's that Roxanne comment? Y'all got to see this. This was also funny. No, it wasn't. It was past this. Where's that Roxanne comment? Where is it? Come on. Where are you? No. Okay, should be close. Should be close. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Damn it. Where are you? Oh, let me back out and go a little faster. Let me see. Oh, you bastard. Oh, by the way, he thought protest means he thinks protest's only definition is we go outside. Yeah, you heard me correctly. He doesn't realize protest has different definitions and synonyms and antonyms. Shit, I can't find it. I just had it. I should just opened it. Wait, it might be in the mentions. Let me see if it's in the mentions. Because I know she answered what I wrote. Oh my God, I can't find it. So I'm sorry, family. That whole conversation just fucked up my meds, my notifications. Like every time I said something, I put the phone down. The thing just I go back in there. Here it is. I go back in there. It's like 21. So this was Tariq's post yesterday talking about Joey Swole putting up some woman just dancing in a hot tub and white people left. Now, I don't agree with this take because we have seen other examples of white people walking away when black people come to have fun. So he says suspected white supremacists do have a history of hopping out of swimming pools when black people get in, though. Okay. So Nicole's View, shout out to her. I think she's going live today at 12 with Taj Jackson. So make sure you go over there and support her. She's back on her content creating. So she said, I want to know when the video officially starts rolling, because if it starts like it's shown here, it looks like she's just standing in the pool looking around at them. She didn't start dancing until they started exiting the pool. Context is everything. And to be honest, she's barely dancing. That ain't anywhere near real twerking. If this is the only official video of the incident, until I see otherwise, it's definitely looking suspect. There's a certified history of white people doing this when black people would get in the same pool as them. They would even throw toxins in the water so they wouldn't have to swim with us or harm us. Usually Joey is decent and fair with his videos, but he needs to know the full history of pools with white and black people, because back in the day it was an ugly history against us. So this troll account shows up and said, yeah, now they're just getting out of the pool when they don't want to be on camera when blacks start to sheboon. Oh Lord, sheboon. So Nicole said, oh look, a cave beast I didn't ask for. Fuck out of here. Look, they think the knockout game is still real. Oh look, we got one. You started to write it. Oh, look at them. They so mad. But I said, I told them it's okay. Your females can only do the chopstick sway. Y'all know what I'm talking about. They dance and move, but it don't nothing else move. It just be like a straight fucking line. Yeah, that's a word. That's a word I heard from Sotomayor, the sheboon. And I was like, all right. How do they keep breeding? By accident. Oops. It's okay. Here we go. So he said, chimping out is a thing. Chimping out. I was like, so were Yeti meltdowns and caveman conniptions? Go worry about your people. He said that's rich from the people famous for pit latrines and mud huts. Okay. I said, at least they're on solid ground. We didn't need to climb down off the Caucasus Mountains to give oral/anal to animals and avoid soap. Oh, look, it's Sowell Goodman. Oh, should we fuck with him? He said, "You think you should just sit there and be filmed, even though they clearly don't want to avoid the incessant racism accusation. The black community sets up their own situations to instigate the claims for clout." Okay, okay, Sowell Goodman. Okay, because they clearly watched her prop the camera up the whole time and move over and start, and yeah, they waited that whole minute, and then when she started moving over, then they left. Yeah. Okay. Okay. It's why didn't I say so again? But that's okay. Now they don't want to be filmed. So I'm just telling her she can use my caveman conniptions. There you go, family. That's them. That's high IQ. I know that was a slog to get through, but it is what it is. All right. Let's see what y'all hitting on. I put the link in the chat if y'all want to say something. I know it was a lot to ingest, but there you go. Easy. Easy. It's sad. They're starting. Hey, somebody said there's black supremacists. Where are they? Oh, Lord. Ooh. Biden said he's not going to take executive action on the border crisis. Of course not. He's going to let Congress do it. Mm. Mm, mm, mm. Oh, wow. Life is funny. But hopefully you learned some gems in there. Hopefully you found some gems in there to use in case one of them try to tell y'all don't deserve reparations. Shantae said, "Wow, I got the last post comment of the session. I don't know whether to be flattered or frightened." I don't know. I'll let y'all legislate that. I don't know. Huh? Okay. I guess we're going to have to do another example of critical thinking. Oh, boy. I hope maybe this situation will finally prove that we have no friends.
Let me go here. There's a growing concern.
Oh, God. Okay. So this Mexican woman decided to put up a post about that fight in Hazelwood. She was brutally killed. Where was she killed? She's still alive. She's in critical condition. Iron Will, shout out to you. Black and Brown is dead. Black First, good morning. You said, why would Biden the Supreme Court just greenlit approval to continue? Because I envision him doing it a couple weeks before the election to act like he did something impressive. Okay, Valentina Gomez. Okay, you're trying to. There you go. 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 It makes sense. It makes sense. She wasn't killed. You're literally spot on, and I'm black as. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Oops. Oops. Hey, 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 there you go. Hey, dumb. Oh man, hey, family. St. Louis Police Department came out with a statement. Now we don't know if it's real because we sometimes it's fake. Sometimes it's fake, but we'll see. Now everybody done saw the video. The white girl went first. She went forward first. Black girl defended herself. But you know, the language and lies. Okay, so your eyes lied to you. Got it. Your lies lied to you. What do you mean she died? If she died, this place would be in shambles right now. But again, they don't understand how fights work. These people have never been in a fight in their lives. But it's okay. Mm. All right, I guess nobody's gonna come up, so I'm going to. She said Trevor's going back. Jesus, you right. You right. That's a wild statement to say though, but he's right. Why is my thing not moving? I hate it. Why are you not moving? My mouse is not moving now. I think it knows where I was about to. I think it knows what I was about to do. Is this what you're saying, Sean?
To join this MAGA train, baby. Choo choo!
Oh man, but you know, full context for those who don't know, it did it again. I hate this mouse. I hate this mouse. Okay, it's not the mouse, it's the page. I don't know what's going on with this page. I don't know who else content creates in here, but StreamYard loves messing around at like the 1 hour mark. I don't know why.
To join this MAGA train, baby. Choo choo! Choo!
I mean, it's gonna be fun in November to watch MAGA squirm. They're gonna be squirming when them results start coming in because they don't know how it's gonna go. All this outreach they could be doing, and they sitting there talking crap about black people. Explain something to me, family. Christian Cinema gave up her seat in Arizona. That's the Senate seat. That's a lot of power. Why is Charlie Kirk and them worried about fucking what state was it? I think it was Wisconsin or one of them states. Why is he worried about Wisconsin? Turn your state back to red, sir. Oh, and Trump's daughter is co-chair of the RNC now. We in trouble. We're in trouble. But anyway, I'm gonna get up out of here, family. This was fun. Hopefully you learned something. If you did, because hold on, I didn't even know you were in the back channel. My bad. I was about to
So
end this
it's
call.
all good, man. It's all good. Now, this whole situation, like, I'm glad you touched on Valentina because I saw that and it was like she gave Katie Britt a run for the money with that dramatics. And I'm like, come on, man. And I've worked with people like this all the time. And how you think I feel? I'm like, look, I am not going to sit here and actually, I can't talk. I can't talk anything with them because none of them they can't relate. And so I'm like, you know what, whatever. You think what you want to think. And this is why I tell this kid that I'm training now, embrace villainy.
Mm.
We have to. I'm like, yo, stop fighting. They can say and think whatever they want. And I'm like, you know what, whatever. Because your actions prove your ignorance and prove how high your IQ really is. I had to go through a debate with somebody over the Jordan Neely situation with Daniel Penny and how the young black kid who defended himself and stabbed that dude, why he got acquitted versus why Daniel Penny did. And the dude he was he was one of those, he looked like he was like probably biracial, but he was, advocating more for, Daniel Penny. And I'm like, bro, are you serious? Are you serious? Like, it's the fact that a Marine who knows his limits and know what a sleeper hole can do would not let go.
Yeah.
They got high IQ, sure.
They don't, please. If
They
they
have
had
high
high IQ,
anxiety,
they would stay out of most conversations.
yes, and they have high anxiety and high fear.
Facts.
You see what
I
the
mean,
fear?
listen to the Diane Yap space if you think I'm lying. That that
I
that
see it.
that idiot went up in there all the way in Australia, worried about what we're doing here, and he was totally wrong.
Netherlands too. Like I told you, that dude from the Netherlands always worrying about it. I'm like, just because of what you dealing with African people in the Netherlands, they ain't got shit to do with us.
Mm-hmm.
But okay, you're authority, right? I don't talk ish about the Netherlands. Never been there. All I hear about is that you can smoke. That's about it.
Right.
So come on now, it ain't the same. You never been over here either. But X is teaching a lot of them how to critically think, and I put that in quotations.
Mm.
But
Oh, well,
that's all
cool.
I have to say. I mean, I gotta get finished getting ready. I'm about to ride my bike down to work, get it in.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
All
sir.
right, but thanks for having me up, man.
Yes, sir. It's Cosmo Fury. But yeah. uh, damn. All right. One last thing. Because I was gonna do an upload on this, but there ain't much to upload on. So I guess we'll just I'll probably just talk about it and I'll probably just cut it out and put it up as its own separate thing. I got a lot to say on this. The methed out Amanda Bynes did it again. Hey, MAGA, if this is one of your representatives, I would seriously consider voting her out.
You know, let me go here. There's a growing concern.
So methed out Amanda Bynes. I reported the post. Methed out Amanda Bynes, Lauren Witzka from Delaware, the drug trafficker, allegedly. No, I shouldn't even say allegedly. She got convicted of it. Never mind. We'll just still say allegedly. She put up this video of this black woman flying an airplane. I see nothing wrong with what she's doing. She said, as your silver-haired Maverick pilots retire, meet his new replacement. Okay. I'm gonna go through it. Wallow J, yes.
Hey, hold on real quick, kid.
What's up? And your phone is terrible.
Sorry, I'm at work right now, kid. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
But that's why I didn't come up first. But yeah, I saw that post with that woman talking about that black pilot. It was funny because she got. It was funny. It's funny because
I just saw this other community note.
Yeah, I'm about to say you didn't see the community note. He said she didn't do nothing wrong.
Landing gear. She said I'm scared. What?
That man. These community notes are just getting out of hand. They funny though. I love them.
You know he finna end that.
Who's that on Elon Musk?
Oh yeah.
I don't know why. Well, I do know why. I don't know why I said I don't know why. Don't just be funny. Imagine Google having that.
No, you know what's funny about it?
What?
She got community noted, so all this revenue she generated off views she's not getting.
I mean, he's gonna keep that. He might well keep that revenue because he lose. Like you said, we said the other day, he's losing money.
No, he's gonna sell it.
I know. He's gonna sell it.
He's gonna regress it back to the old days before he sells it to try to raise his valuation a little bit.
Better work out what's going on at damn Tesla.
Oh, he done. He gonna pay off.
Yeah. Like you said, within the next year, I still maintain Google may buy it.
They can't do that. Antitrust kicks in. They can't have it.
Damn. Who did you say was gonna buy it again?
Because the reason is most people don't know this. They consider YouTube a social media app. Right? But here's the thing. It's going to be way too powerful.
I can see what you're saying. I understand that.
Right.
Because all the stuff they got up there, and then you got the YouTube TV and all the other mess.
Mm-hmm.
I can say that. Oh yeah, I forgot to ask you. I don't know if Colin Fury is still here, but the next wrestling good-looking woman, you know who I'm talking about, right?
Mm-hmm.
Miss Jada Parker. You didn't show the chat who Jada Parker is, right, man?
I showed her that on the day I had Torian up here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we seen her. She'll be on tonight, so maybe
she might be biracial if I'm not mistaken, but it don't.
No, she is. She is a mama white.
Yeah, I'm about to say. Yeah, I think her dad passed away.
I don't really care about that. I just want to see her succeed. She got the character work down.
Yeah, she got that black woman down pat.
Mm-hmm.
She is a black woman, even though the other two down there. Let me stop. I ain't gonna go another day with them.
Look at this. Damn, they put up her mugshot. Jesus.
Ew.
And this is when she was 29.
How old is she now? Thank you.
She's like mid 30s. I think she's mid 30s. This was in 2019, I think. No, 2017. So yeah, she's mid 30s. She's like 2 years younger than me, and I look immaculate.
I look incredible. All I drink is water for the most part. Gotta have that water in your system.
Ooh, look, a pilot came in and gave it his word. He said, pilot here. She positively and firmly rotated at V1. She actively used the elevator trim to hold her desired climb angle. She has her played out for her departure procedure. She's proactively correcting for what is obviously quite a bit of crosswind. Looks textbook. Elon's gonna shadow ban you for this. Somebody said, a quick question. Why the 3,000 buttons and switches the plane has? Don't lie to us. Do you ever use more than 10 buttons? He said, most buttons and switches you see there are used. That said, it's not uncommon in an aircraft of that vintage to have some out-of-date, unused equipment. He said, more pertinent. How do you land a plane when you're drunk? Stop it.
Jesus. Why would you get in the pain when you're drunk?
But
Never mind.
they're right. I went through this thread, and I swear to God, white people were giving her this word.
I bet they should be giving her that damn word because she's stupid as hell.
Mm.
Stupid is and stupid does. But let me get off here and get back to work, man. I appreciate you as always, kid.
Yes, sir. That was Wallow J. Now y'all out of line. No, the community notes are not as beautiful as Vince Carter's dunking abilities back in the day. No. How you get old like this? So 18.3 million views, and you're not going to get paid for not near one. That's good for you. But anyway, y'all. Hard shit. That's a. She got it. But anyway, y'all, I'm gonna get up out of here. Enjoy the rest of your day. Take care, stay safe, and you know what to do when the agents of chaos come to mess up your existence. And my mouse, the page is messing up again. God damn you. It's not gonna let me end the show. I ain't got nothing else to talk about, StreamYard. Let me end the show, god damn it. Thank you.